Hey everybody, happy Monday. Hope everybody had a great day. We had a good day. It was a work day, but we're in the home stretch of work. We only have, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We've only got 6 more kids' days of this school year. And so then our kindergartners go off to kindergarten, and then we have like a 3-week break, and then we come back and start the school year again. So it's nice because we're kind of like at the end, and it's exciting. And I love my kids, but they're ready for a break, and we're ready for a break. Hello, Natalia, Kathy, Shannon, Missy. Sorry for the ones before then. I was gabbing. Thank you, Jennifer, for the prayers. Tammy, hope everybody had a wonderful Monday. Did anything fun and exciting happen? Somebody said they hope I got to relax today, and I did. I had 2 kids to see at their home, and then I worked from home. But what's funny? Wow, thank you, Carol. I like, and it's a man thing. Sorry, Ricardo, but Jeff doesn't get that when we come back from these vacations that the house still needs to be clean, laundry needs to be done, we need to buy groceries, we need to do all that fun stuff. So today did all that, and then after work got caught up. Everything's caught up, and I feel really great about it, and it is absolutely wonderful. So, hey Molly, hey Rita, hey Pam. So Jane was home with me today, and tomorrow I work for the next 3 days. I can do anything for 3 days. It's wonderful. When you can see the finish line of the school year, it's always very exciting. And I will miss my kindergartners, but they're all ready to go to kindergarten, and that's awesome. Oh, you're going to see Rika race tomorrow at Lernersville, Bonnie. That is awesome. That is Jane's favorite driver. So, hey, Janook, I didn't see you. Oh, welcome from Longhorns, Lester's page, Carol. You all are absolutely wonderful. But just something that's just been on my brain, so I thought I would share. Oh, hey Kim, you'll have to let me know more about your eyes. That worries me with shingles and close to your eyes. That's very scary. That Jeff and I had this big plan, crazy plan, weekend plan, and honestly, I don't know if y'all could tell, there's been a little bit of a disconnect with Jeff and I, and there's several reasons, but this weekend I really realized one of the reasons is a lot of it is me, or some of it is me. I think when you're a people pleaser, that you're considered a good person because you're a people pleaser. And my cousin, he is a recovery coach. He's a recovering alcoholic, phenomenal, but he always has really wise words. And he was talking about the difference between a people pleaser and being kind. And that if you're a truly people pleaser, then a lot of times you please people to avoid conflict, or you're doing it because of how not making them happy would make you feel. And that really was a great example this weekend, because and Jeff, well, and Natalia, actually, this was going to say, Jeff, this weekend, because he was talking about, on Saturday, go out to the truck if you get hot. And I'm like, but it may make you mad. And he said, and one of my therapists said a long time, so what if he's like, what if I grumble? It doesn't matter. And, it's what I make it out, making other unhappy, or maybe not doing exactly what they want to do when they want to do it. I always take that to heart as I'm not being a good person, or I'm failing them, or I'm not being a good wife. When actually, I think when you always do what somebody else wants and you don't have a voice, which that's my fault. It's I give my power away and I give my voice away. That you do build resentment. And I think that's a lot what sometimes I do, because I feel we came on the beginning of this year and I was going to do all these hobbies and I was going to have all these plans and I was going to do all this stuff for myself. And I kind of backed down doing that. But I will totally 1,000% say that's on me. That is totally on me. Um, like when I went out to dinner with Janook and Holly, it was great. And he didn't say a word. And it was wonderful. And I had a great time. And so I think I just need to start doing that a little bit. It's uncomfortable for me. Um, I think when you don't have the best self-esteem and you kind of feel like the only way to make people like you is to do what they want and people please, I think it's such a hard habit to break. But I definitely think that is something that I need to work on. And you would figure 55 years old, I would have this figured out by now. I don't have it figured out, but I'm figuring it out. So I'm going to chill out on that. Does anybody else have that problem with being a people pleaser? Right, Diane, not to the detriment of myself. And it's silly little things, which I don't know what I'm going to do about this because it involves Jane a little bit. But like next weekend, there's a Reading Phillies game, a Reading Phillies. It's a minor league game. And we have the absolute coolest little boy, and he's wonderful. And, he's very, very involved, but he's a huge baseball fan. And it's our company's day at the ball game. And so he can't throw out the first pitch, but like, I'm trying to think of what I was trying to say. His parents will throw out the first pitch for him, but he will be there. And they really, really wanted his therapist to be there or people that supported him. I'm like, I can't, Jaden's racing. But then if I step back and think, they'll be fine. They will absolutely be fine. And that's like a once in a lifetime thing. That's the one, I won't be able to do that again. And it's so, it's those baby steps I need to take. It's not like huge, anything life changing. It's the baby steps every single day or every single week. And so I may go to the game instead of going to the race. I've only missed a handful of races. And, but it's those little things. Hey, Carrie, because I don't want to be at the race and all my therapist friends be there and seeing pictures of them with the little boy and really, really wishing I was there. And so it's just those baby steps. And honestly, that's a me thing. It really, really is. Every once in a while, Jeff will grumble a little bit, but guess what? His bark's worse than his bite, and he gets over it. And honestly, for something like that, I don't think he would say anything. I think in my brain, I'm like, I'm not a good mom. I'm not a good wife if I don't go to support him. But I really, really want to go see him throw out the first pitch. So that's just been my thing lately. This weekend was really, really much needed to connect. I think we get so busy going in a million different directions that we don't connect. Read it. You're okay. You're not teaching Jaden anything by not doing things that are important to you too. Explain to him. Yes. And he's like Mr. Sensitive, and I think he would totally, totally get it. I really, really do. I just think so much of it. And like when you don't feel great about yourself, like the only way you can get people to like you because you're not worth being liked is to go above and beyond even things that are outside of your comfort zone that you don't want to do. And I'm really learning that it's okay and to have a strong marriage and have a better marriage, I'm going to have to do that. So y'all can hold me accountable if you don't mind, because that's just one of my big learning things recently. Even like yesterday, because I woke up and I was a little bit in a panic because I'm thinking, he was wanting to go to the beach. We're not, my brain's my worst enemy. And honestly, it's just taking a step back and me saying, I really don't think we should do it. And he was a big boy and he was fine with it. And it ended up being the exact day that we needed. My son's the best thing in the world, and I love him. But Jeff and I don't get a lot of time, just me and Jeff. And so it was fun. It was nice. We went out to dinner or lunch. And then we didn't start today absolutely exhausted. No used to not be part of your vocabulary, Georgia. Once you started saying it was empowering. I learned my I learned my worth was not in pleasing people, but in pleasing the Lord. That is beautiful. Yes. Yes, we all have a tendency to be our own worst enemy. Um, no, Chris, I'm glad you're keeping yourself busy. And hi, Kelly. Hi, Shirley. Hi, everybody. Um, yeah. So that's been kind of on my brain lately. Um, Lord have mercy. He sounds like he's coming up here like a. Some people need to take separate vacations. Yeah. And honestly, I think, and I don't want people to think anything about it, but honestly, I think that that's one of the nice things that's going to be when we have the camper out at Lake Road. What are you doing? We have the camper out at Lake Road. I mean, like, and honestly, I don't want anybody to think anything about it, but like, if I need a chill night, if I just need to hang out and do my own thing, then, oh dear Lord, heaven, heaven. There he is. We are talking about people pleasing.
Oh, that's you.
That's me. But I'm trying to stop. Right?
Yes.
I'm getting better. Right?
Yes.
Yes. So he is working on race cars because he really wants to get those done. Start telling yourself that you're a good mom and that you're a good wife for the choices you make. You all have very wise, very, very wise words, and I appreciate it. He's working on race cars, trying to get them done. So if he gets race cars done early in the week, then we can work on Lake Road. So hopefully he will get those done. And the thing is that the races right now, my shoulder is getting a little bit better, but I'm not going to lift like Jaden's car is like 200 pounds. And so it's me and him lifting it. So I haven't been lifting it lately. So I'm not really even going to be much helpful. Lean, you'll get there. Okay, that's fine, Sandy. I'll let you know what night that'll be flying and we can hang out. I told him the first thing, I don't know if Holly's on here, the first order of business at Lake Road is get rid of the mosquitoes because they also get my car. And Jeff was even talking about like taking Royce out there. But I'm like, even with preventative mosquitoes, pretty sure mosquitoes cause heartworm. And so that's our first order of business is get the pool drained, get the pool something. So we get rid of those mosquitoes because they make me mad. And then it makes me mad because they're in my car. And yeah, I'm just burn coffee ground. Somebody said that. I need to do that. And Bugaboo's awesome, and we can put on the dogs. But honestly, what drives me the craziest is like when I have my Bugaboo on, I'm fine. I'm really, really good. But then we get in the car, they come with us, and then like the next morning, there's mosquitoes in the car. So, Linda, Jaden probably could, but the people at the racetrack are awesome because all I have to do is Jeff's not really good about asking, but I'll be like, "Can you help me?" And they'll lift. So there's really no problem about that. Oh, it actually works for a Tree Green. They're selling mosquito services like crazy. I think honestly, the pool has a huge thing, and Holly was saying there's stuff you can get and put in the water. I think we need to, which we've talked about. I think we need to drain it, and eventually, maybe like plant lavender bushes. They'll keep mosquitoes away. Okay, guys, you all have tons of great ideas. Because, yes, Brandy, because that's what happened last time. We got in, Bugaboo, no bites. We were great. We were awesome. And the next day, because Jaden left the hatch of the car up for a few minutes. The next day we get it, and I probably have 5 mosquito bites. And Kim, I know. Thank you. Could you talk to Jeff, please? Kim says the pool's not worth saving. I don't think it is at all. Yeah, I think we just need to drain it and get rid of it. I mean, because who was it? I think it was Jay was saying, well, you can get the water clean and we've got a really good filter. There's no way in heck, I don't care how good of a filter it is, that I would ever get in that pool with the current water there. Nope, not going to happen. Nope. So, yeah, it's, Not going to happen. Do you agree, Janook? I knew what you're talking. I knew you were talking about the pool. Oh, I think at Laker the big thing is really we were okay unless we're up by the house by the pool and down by the pond, but that's it. And so we want to be able to get Royce out there some and all that fun stuff. Hi, Lori from Longherd Lester. Chucky is doing good. He is wonderful. Usually I do not leave my windows down. However, Jaden left the tailgate up for probably only 10 minutes, but put a gator in the pool. Don't give Jeff and Jay any ideas, please, because I don't put anything past them. Nothing. Zero zip nada. So, yeah. Hello, everybody. So we're just, that's kind of like getting the top post, which I don't know how we're doing that. I'm not a fence person. I just do whatever Jeff tells me. So I think we're putting the top things on next. So I don't know how labor intensive and what that's like, but I would like to start draining the pool, especially if we're going to have like a long hot spell. I think that would be good. That pool is less than $1,000 and it's old and needs repairs. Yes. Leanne, I don't think that the pool's super salvageable. Oh, and I know, but it's so disgusting now. Ann said Jane cleaned the pool when he lived there, and she was amazed at how bad it was and how good it got. Honestly, I would rather pay, if we ever were going to salvage it, I would just rather pay for the fire company to fill it up. So, and sell the ostrich pet, maybe a gator pet. Ricardo, don't give him any ideas. They're nuts. They're crazy, crazy, crazy. So I don't know if you all did see. Oh, some kids on Justin's property taking pictures of animals? I don't know. Yeah, and honestly, like, I think down the road, like, for us, like, a pool's not even on our radar, honestly. Our big thing is get our animals there, get all that, and then once we get settled and once whatever, if we ever decide to do that, and plus we also have to think that at one point in time, Jay may have people that actually rent the house. And so, they're not going to want us swimming in a pool right by their house. So it's not really a huge priority. Judy's sister tried to save their large pool, but it cost a fortune and they still lost it. Right. I would rather the time that it would take to take care of a pool, I think we're going to have plenty of time just to hang out with the animals. And I'm cool with that. I'm really, really good with that. Sometimes I think Jaden would love a pool, but it's not on our radar. Maybe on Jeff's, but yes, Chuck is doing wonderful. I love to see videos of Chuck. I just love him. I think he sounds like a donkey. He doesn't even sound like a cow sometimes. And I don't get to see Lester's videos as much as I would love to, but we were coming home and we watched something with Chuck and Tex, and I just absolutely, I love him. I still, for the life of me, can't believe, hi Amy, can't believe I'm sitting here talking about how I love a bull. And I do want to just, because I clear, a blow up hot tub. Now that I could go for, that definitely. Okay, sorry, I got sidetracked. And I do want to back up a little bit. If anybody was on the live yesterday, and Cindy and Finley were on there, and I think she was very worried that people may think that Finley is naughty or is aggressive. I think Finley is a steer, and just like anything else, we're gonna have to be careful. But yesterday was not indicative. I think Cindy had muffins, not muffins. He had Oreos, and they're food crazy. You know how they are. They're nuts. And so I think it was just, she had one hand, she had food, and I think it just appeared a lot different. And so I felt really, really bad for Cindy. And I just want to say, like, that really wasn't indicative of what we've seen. You've seen videos when we've been with him, and he's been aware. I mean, I'm not going to say he's been well behaved. He is just a 2-year-old steer. being a big goof and being raised by people. And I think that's just where we're gonna have to learn a little bit. And I do think a lot of it's just like that's just pay attention to me. I mean, like, what else is he gonna do? That's just pay attention to me. And so, you know, Finley loves Cheerios and the golden Oreos. So, and I'm hoping that Cinco and Finley will become best buddies too. I really, really do. I hope they do, and I hope they all do really, really well together. We never know. We're kind of flying by the seat of our pants and seeing what happens. But I think that the one thing I can say is we may screw this up really, but we're like, because we even talked to, which is really rare. Jeff doesn't like for me to go up and talk to strangers. I'm a little bit more outgoing than him, but it was that one little farm, the little farm, whatever, those people. And, I'm like, hey, we're getting too many donkeys. What do you all use for their coats? What do you all do for their nipping? So I think we really are, we're gonna screw things up, guys. We just are. But I feel like we are really, really trying to get the best information we can from a lot of different sources so that, we can make the best decision for our animals. So yeah, I think he's a big puppy. Yeah. I mean, that's the way he gets attention. Like, like Royce doesn't get attention in the most appropriate ways. He's an idiot and he'll jump on you. Finley's not going to jump on you, but he's going to rub on you because he gets attention that way. And so, yeah, Jeff and I'll definitely learn together. And it's an exciting thing. I think animals really bring people together. So they've definitely brought us together, which I never in a million years would have guessed. Yeah, I'm glad Finley didn't seem aggressive to you all. I think rightfully so. I think Jay's very, very cautious about anything that has horns. Rightfully so, absolutely. But I think where we had spent time with Finley more one-on-one, we feel a little bit more comfortable. I don't think we're gonna take any, animal for granted. If, for one second, we would never let Jaden go in a pen with, even Cinco or Finley. One of us would be there. Just like I don't think people should leave their babies necessarily alone with dogs because they're still, they're still animals. And so, but I think just innately his spirit is good. Innately his spirit's like Cinco's. And so you're scripting in a good way with love treats and a great place to live out the rest of their lives. We hope so. And I'm glad you all saw that he wasn't necessarily aggressive. Yeah, I did feel really bad for Cindy because, and he did throw her. He got his horns up like between her legs and tossed her. So, and that was just an accident, but that's taught us is like, he's never going to be behind me when I'm walking forward. Like I'm always going to know where he is. I'm always going to have eyes on him. And, it's just something because of her, we've learned that. And that's how things are going to are going to happen. I think is like, we're going to watch for others and we're going to learn and, all that fun stuff. But I'm excited. It's like we do it in spurts. I know people probably get really frustrated with this, but life is a little bit, life's just busy. Life's just life. And it would be wonderful if we were independently wealthy and could just work on, well, if we were independently wealthy, we wouldn't be working on our fence to realize we'd pay for people to do it. But, working and having our plates kind of full, we do really, I think like with my August break, when we get together and we work, like it's hard to go out there for 2 hours a night. It's hard to do that because it's better to get a rhythm, like with the post, a rhythm. So like when I'm on my break, hopefully those first few days we can do go. Yeah, we absolutely know, what they're capable of. Yeah. And so, like I said, I always want to have eyes. Like I'm not going to turn my back. Like I'm not going to walk away with my back to them. I'm always going to keep an eye on them because yeah, they're animals. And, Cinco will do his little horn thingy. And, throw horns. And he'll do that. And I will say, honestly, I will say 1,000%. I am not the steer whisperer. Let me say that. But I can say 1,000%. I have never seen one aggressive bone in Cinco's body. I think that's just cow behavior or steer behavior. And so yeah, we definitely know what they're capable of. And safety is going to be our number one priority. Like we said, we're going to have an area for like if Cindy wants to come see Finley because the donkeys can be turds and bite. And like I said, I am trying to figure out how to stop that. I think so much of that is because they've been Jaden, because they've been raised by people. I think so much that of that is attention seeking. That's just the way they get attention. And I think definitely that's Elliot. Elliot wants attention. So Elliot's going to bite you. And what does he get? That's like the naughty child. That's absolutely the naughty child. Kid's going to get attention no matter what, positive, negative. And I think Elliot's the same way. And so that's why when he's being nice, I really try to make a big deal and really pet him. They may make a complete fool out of me and prove this theory to be completely 1,000% wrong. However, in my gut, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, you've learned a lot from Rufus the Bull. Jeff watched Rufus the Bull a lot because I don't know, that was a big thing with him and Jay for a while. But and somebody sent me a site that has donkeys, and so I'm Facebook page, and so I am following them too. So yeah, they're sweet. Like if you would have ever told me that like a steer would have had, and I know it's ignorance on my part. It is. I know, but if you'd have ever told me they'd have such personality, I would have never believed it in a million years. Like even just watching like Tex and Chuck interact is so cool to watch. It's fun. I love it. And yeah, and somebody was saying like Cinco doesn't have a mean bone in his body. He's just that poor thing's had a rough life through no fault of anybody else. Just with his eyes, and then getting frostbite, and then getting sold to auction, and then he's just had a rough time of it. And so I think he's just happy to be happy. Yes, same with critters are begging for attention. So they are, and I think Jeff wants to get over there a little. Jeff wants to get over there a little bit more. Yeah, Cinco did not get the best of a start. Yeah, I used to be afraid of Cinco. I was like, these are bulls. I mean, like, holy Hannah, who in their right mind would hang out, pet a bull, let a bull pretty much stick your whole hand down its mouth, let a bull lick you? Like, what the heck? And honestly, if a lot of people in my real life knew this, they would think I was nuts because that's just not the way. I mean, we weren't raised, I don't want to say we were raised city folk, but I mean, not like big city folk, but like little town folk. But we did not have anything farm animals at all. We had dogs. That's about it. And so this whole farm life, I love it. And I truly think God brought it into our life for a reason. I think Jeff and I have always done well when we have a common goal. Even at our worst, when we really we were laughing, we didn't like each other at all. If we had a common goal, we typically worked really, really well together. And so I think this is really helping us with a common goal. Yes, things get a little bit stressful sometimes, and just figuring out the logistics of it. But overall, having it in plan really, really helps. I think it's going to help bring a little bit of calm to Jeff. He has a tendency, and you all may not see it, but he has a tendency to be like really high strung and really worry about a lot. And like his brain is always doing this thing. And so I'm hoping having the animals, having the camper out at Lake Road, and just having the peace, I think hopefully that will help him. I think it will actually help all of us because, if you're sitting in your house, you're relaxing. supposedly relaxing. You can find 5,000 things to do. I mean, you can find everything to do. And I think out there, we're actually going to be able to relax. And even if we're doing chores with the animals, I don't think it's not going to seem the same as doing dishes or cleaning the house. It is going to be fun. Not fun. It's going to be rewarding. It's going to give us our heart back stuff. Bulls and cows are so beautiful. They have the sweetest faces and the most magical personalities. No, yeah, like they're awesome. And like, don't get me wrong, like I love the donkeys and I love the goats, and I think I'm even going to love the goats more when right now they're big. They're part of a huge pack, and so it's really hard to get one-on-one time with them and love on them. So I think I'm going to get even closer to the donkeys, not the donkeys, the goats when they come to live with us, because, like I said, it's hard. It's hard right now. And he is really focused on his family. Like I said, I will never know what happened in Texas. I remember like there was a I mean I remember this like it was yesterday. It was on a they were in Texas. It was the Friday they were in Texas. I was going to a kid's house. I saw him at 10 o'clock. I think it was like 9:45. I was talking to Jeff on the phone, and we had the actual most like come to Jesus discussion. And I had not seen that side of him in forever and ever and ever. So I'll never know what it was about Texas. I don't know if it was Texas, it was Chuck, it was Lester, if it was a combination of all of it. But I know it changed our lives forever. So I will be forever, ever grateful for that. I always kind of like when I want to know why, but I think this is just one of those things that you accept, you appreciate. I think there was a higher power's hand in it, and that's all. Yeah, that's all I can say. And Jeff really can't tell me exactly what it is. He kept saying like, "I just wish you and Jaden could have been with me." And so, and somebody asked that we need to go, and like we said, that's definitely in the plans. A bit like I know, like Jamie's having a grandbaby. They're so busy, and would I mean I would absolutely love to meet Jamie. I would absolutely love to meet Lester. It's just everybody's timetable has to come together, and like we said, we know they're super busy folks, and we don't want to be an imposition in the least. But that is like it's one of our like bucket list items. We really want to go there. Texas is God's country. I don't think I've been to Texas. I really don't. We have some really good friends in Texas that I'd love to see too. And so maybe we could just do a big trip there sometimes. Yeah, things happen. Absolutely, things happen for a reason. And I think me spending a lot of time wasting like the whys, it's just waste time that I'm never going to know the answer to. So I'm just going to appreciate it. Royce's in his crate. He has been at daycare since Thursday morning. He is wild enough to shoot at. He is crazy today. I don't know what's wrong with him because he hasn't been home, I guess. And he is nuts. So there is no way I was having him out for this because no. You need to come to Texas even if you don't see Lester. We may do that. I think Jeff wants to go to where like his dad was from. We need to make plans. Yes, so you probably will hear Royce. It was the Lord moving in his heart. Yeah, it was really neat. So and everything's been different. Like have we had some little blurps and have we had some little but who doesn't? Who doesn't? And the thing is I think now we're not letting that resentment build and then just totally shutting down and hating each other. I don't want to say hating each other, but we really did like each other very much at all. I mean, like we would just be passing the night. Like he would come home, he would go to his bedroom. I wouldn't see him. He wouldn't say goodnight. We just didn't like each other. And so it's really nice right now, but where we are. So, Brenda's in Texas. I would, so yeah, we've got to get our passports. That's our next order of business. Um, And I may get on him. Right. Life is about blurps. Yes. And I think the difference about us now is like just having a discussion or him knowing Friday I was miserable and him being like, we'll park closer on Saturday so you can go to the track. And I knew he wouldn't be mad. And let me tell you, I'm really tired. Like, and I was telling him, like, I cannot, and it's my age, I know, but like, I am not good with temperatures. I am not good with temperatures at all. And I've never been good with temperatures, but especially now. And just an FYI, and I know Jamie was talking about the I see it on TikTok, but it's a we do not care club, and it's just talking about like what we don't care about anymore, and like a lot of it is like this whole heat thing. Like if I somebody was talking about if I have the air conditioner on, but my seat warmer on also, leave me alone and don't say anything. So yeah, get a passport because we could get the real ID, but it's a pain in the butt, and we want a passport anyway for like maybe in the next 5 years go on a cruise. And so we thought we would just get a passport for an additional $30, get a passport card, have all that. That can be used in federal buildings, flying, and all that fun stuff. So that's why we're just thinking about getting a passport. So, West Virginia. I love driving through West Virginia. It is absolutely God's country. It is so beautiful. Very hilly, but it's so beautiful. So, so beautiful. Um, it has been a long 6 weeks. A long, hot 6 weeks. It's either burning up or raining. And I'm tired of kind of both of them, honestly. But I can't complain. Nancy, you're my woman. She loves having the seat warmer on and the AC cranked. It's so funny. Jeff laughs at me because we have to have the AC on. But for some reason, if my shoulder gets cold, it it hurt like it hurts in my bones. And so like we have the air conditioner on, but I have my blanket on my shoulder. And no, Georgia, it is not for the weak. Menopause is not for the weak at all. Perimenopause, premenopause, it is not for the weak at all. That's why I didn't know that. I mean, like I didn't know that was a whole shoulder thing. They don't tell you that kind of stuff. And you're gonna make me sing, guys. Diane, I've never had a hot flash in my life. I really haven't. My whole thing is just I don't tolerate heat extremes and this shoulder. Those are my two big things that and sleep, 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 sleep. I could not sleep if my ever loving life depended on it, and that was even before my shoulder. And like I would pay money if I could sleep for 8 hours straight. I would be heavenly, but it doesn't work. I mean, I take magnesium. I do about everything. Nope, you're not the only one with the seat warmer and the AC on. See, isn't it neat? Now, have we ever known? We'd have always thought we were different, but no, we know we have a large group of people that like the seat warmers and the air conditioning on. Yes. Oh, my shoulder. Like I wish you know, it is. It is. I want to say it's tiny bit better. I have used. Okay, guys, I'm just telling you whole. I've used castor oil on it. I have used heat. I learned heat does not work for me. I'm doing exercises, and if I do exercises before bed, never in a million years going to sleep at all. Um, I know I need to. No, I'm not going to the doctor. I'm just going to be honest because I'm not going to do cortisone and I'm not going to do surgery and I'm not going to do PT. I'm just going to be truthfully honest. Like I said, my PT friends are talking about try the conventional way first. If after a while it's still not better, then Horseland. Brenda, tell me more. Amish cream. What is Amish cream, Carol? Help me out, ladies. Amish cream and horseland mint. I need more information, ladies. So, because I am like, I don't know. And I don't know what it is. Am I like cloudy? I feel like I'm cloudy or I'm grainy. Sorry if I am. But hey, Catherine, if you find that video, you can email it to me. That would be wonderful. Because I'm not like a big. I am. Why am I grainy? I don't know why. Let's see. I'm going to clear everything. Whoop. Better? A little bit? Not really? Don't know. Sorry if I am, guys. And as crazy as this is, one of the things Jeff is going to try on his feet is we like. I don't know. I don't want to say that I am anti big pharma because I think they do provide some very, 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 very good things. However, as I get older, I'm really trying to stay away from a lot of pharmaceuticals and try to do the natural things. I think we've gotten away from natural things, and I think there are some really cool natural things that work. So I'm going to try those first because try ice. Yeah, I don't know how ice would do. It it makes my shoulder ache. Okay, here, Catherine, I will put my email up. Yeah, there you go. That is our email, adventures of Oreo and Joey at Gmail. And while I'm looking at that email, I have a question to ask you all. What do you all think? Because Jeff's very worried about changing our name. That we'll lose followers, we'll lose people. I'm not quite sure. But what I was wondering is what would you all think about the adventures of What If Acres? So we'd still keep the adventures of, kind of like the same beginning, but then we'd also incorporate What If Acres, which would be all of our animals and the process of building our farm. What's Jeff going to try for his feet? Well, he's trying Auntie Sue stuff, but my sister, please don't think I'm crazy, folks. Please. You may, but don't. My sister-in-law had this rash on her hand. I mean, like, I'm talking 3 years. She had this. I mean, it would crack and it would dry. It was kind of like, it was kind of like, it was just horrible. It would break open. It would bleed. It was kind of like Jeff's feet. It was horrible. She went to 3 dermatologists. She went to her primary. She went everywhere. I mean, because every time I washed dishes, and she had a grandbaby, and it was just yucky. And she actually, please don't laugh, people. She actually started using, I hate to say it, ivermectin cream. And after 2.5 weeks, it's awesome. Like her hands, like, I mean, you can tell like there's like one little place. But so if all else fails, I told Jeff we need to try that. Because like it worked so well. And I read online about that working, but yeah, I was gonna say post COVID, people are like a little bit have very strong opinions about ivermectin. However, if it works, it works. So peppermint arnica cream. It, Catherine, is one for the animals because you can't. You can get it from a pharmaceutical thing, but it's like $200. It's crazy, and so she just did that. And she was like, "Well, what the heck?" And my brother was a retired nurse. She's a nurse, so I'm like, why not? And I think honestly, oh gosh, I should go in and get my luminal full hat right now. As I think that ivermectin is very, very cheap, and I think it can do really, really great things. And so we're going to give it a try. What the heck? Get it from Tractor Supply. That's what she did. She actually bought him some when I was home. And so, okay, guys, I'm sorry. I've been gabbing. Which name do you all like? Michelle, I saw that you like that name too. Frankincense balm. Yeah, see, I mean, just think, my thing is I would rather try natural, and then if it doesn't work, then okay, then we can seek things out. But if it does work, then more power to us. And um, okay, okay. I'm looking at the price horses have a short barn name with a long name. Well, thank you, Judy. Sometimes I think, I don't know. I appreciate spending time with you all. You all are wonderful. So, oh, somebody's going to give you ivermectin. Okay, guys. As crazy as it is during COVID, I'm gonna lose people because y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Um, I bought, I still have, but it's expired. I have like we bought tons of ivermectin um, from overseas, and if we did get COVID, we used it. So the Adventures of What If Acres. Okay, I think the adventures. I like the Adventures of Oreo and Joey at What If Acres, but it's long, long, long. Yeah, get it from the farm store for $14. That is exactly what she did. And she fibbed to me. She told me she was going somewhere else, but she went and bought it for Jeff. And we just got to get him to use it. He did say he would use anti-soup stuff for 7 days, but then if it doesn't help, then what he got to lose? It's not like it's going to hurt him. So we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. Anybody else have any really cool, like, uh, off the beaten path, remedies? Ivermectin's cheap on Amazon. I'll have to check that too. Yeah, exactly. It's not just Oreo and Joey. And I want to incorporate everybody. April, when will we change it? I'm going to have to convince Jeffrey because Jeffrey is petrified. He is so scared of changing our name. And so probably what we do is like, oh, so just because it's expired, it still works. That's good to know because I have a bunch in there. And so I think what we would do, we talked about like if we decide to roll it out, then we would like maybe at least give like a 2 to 3 week, like a, if we do a live or do a video, just kind of a reminder, but, and then change. But like for you all, it wouldn't really, for Facebook, for YouTube, it wouldn't change anything. It would still be, you would still get notifications. It's just the name would be a little bit different. And honestly, I think WIA would be a permanent initials. Yeah. See, I think, we're thinking of the Adventures of What If Acres because Jeff really likes the Adventures of because that's how it started. That was totally, that was like, I had no idea that he had a Facebook page. I had no idea about anything. And so, but he likes the What If Acres. I mean, the Adventures of. And so now What If Acres is everybody. It's the whole crew. It's all of us. It's our family starting What If Acres. It incorporates all of the animal and it incorporates our story of what if. So, Georgia, I do think it may allow the channel to grow a little bit. Oh, Ricardo, if they had another channel called The Adventures of Knuckleheads, I would be scared. Jeff does stupid stuff when he is with Jay. So I don't know. That has been talked about, but I don't know. Yeah, Debbie, like the name. I think we need to do it, and I think it's just we're going to have to convince Jeffrey that it's an okay thing. Because I think part of it is, I mean, like we really love you all, and we don't want to lose one of you. We don't want to lose anybody. And so I think that's his big fear. But like I said, like you all would not have to do anything. Nobody would have to do anything on Facebook. Nobody would have to do anything on YouTube. It would just kind of like flop. It would just be us. Same thing, just a different title. And so that's what we're thinking. So I'm glad I got your all's input because, oh, absolutely. We will let you know when it's changing. Like I said, if we decide to change it, probably for 2 or 3 weeks prior to that, we're not just going to wake up one day and change it. Like we're going to give you all like a thing. And like I said, I don't think it'll change anything. If you get notifications, you'll just pop up with Adventures of What If Acres now. So, Kathy, they were funny together. Jeff enjoyed Lester so much, and he really, really did. And he enjoyed spending time with him. And it's so much, we're so appreciative of how well Chuck is doing and how happy he is. And what could have been such a catastrophic ending has turned into such a beautiful story. I do use magnesium for leg cramps. That does work, the spray. And I use the magnesium spray for Jaden for sleep, and it works. Jeff is downstairs working on race car stuff. We haven't changed anything. Right now, our YouTube is still the Adventures of Oreo and Joey. That's a good idea, too. Maybe put Adventures of Oreo and Joey in parentheses. So we love you all, too. We really, really do. Everybody, Reagan, right? Put Adventures of Oreo and Joey in parentheses so everybody gets it. The only thing about having two channels is honestly right now we somewhat stress about like being able to have content and be able to do stuff, and we worry if we worry about it a little bit more than we probably should. And I think if we had two, I think it would be added stress. I think if we get enough stuff going on, we can add two. But I think our big thing is we want to kind of keep things low key, and we don't want to add any additional worry because the artist formally knows. Just a second. Susan, we are planning this trip. Now, this is the honest truth. Like with my trip that I want to go to the Grand Tetons and all that. One of the reasons I'm hesitant to make any plans is because frozen shoulders can last for quite a while. Sorry about that. Frozen shoulders can last for quite a while. And what I've realized is like, and you don't realize it, you don't think about it, but like if I stepped backwards the other day and something was behind me, I didn't, your automatic brain reaction is to stick out your arm to catch yourself. And let me just tell you, when you do that, not nice words come out of my mouth because it hurts. So I can't imagine like hiking on uneven terrain if you lose your bike. April, we're just talking like my dream trip is like the Grand Tetons. I want to go to Montana. I just want to go to either Montana or I want to go out that way so bad. It's like where my soul says my soul wants to go out there so bad. And Jeff does not have. Jeff's like, I'll go. I don't. Wait till I turn it the right way. Do you see his head? There he is. But anyway, he's very much like, I'll go. But like, I want somebody to go that's like excited, that like is thrilled to do it, and that has the same awe and reverence for it.
Don't worry about me down in the heat.
You have an air conditioner in your garage.
It ain't running.
Turn it on.
Now the door's open. Oh.
Listen at him whining.
Oh.
Are you done whining? Okay, bud. I have to tell you, me and 332 of my closest friends have decided that we do need to eventually change it to the Adventures of What If Acres. And Alicia says, hi, Jersey Jeff.
Hey, Alicia.
Are you tired?
Nope.
We were talking about like even this weekend when I was worried about like you getting mad about something. You're like, what am I going to do? Just grumble a little bit? I'm like,
right.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
You did all the grumbling though.
I did, but the next day we kind of got it together, and you told me I could sit in the truck and
right, and
it all worked.
What about when I said let's go to the race on Sunday?
No. Actually, Georgia, one of my best friends at work, she is an occupational therapist, but she's also a massage therapist. And she's not like, she is a therapeutic massage therapist. And so I may have her do that. Oh, just a second. What is two words but has thousands of letters. This is from Alicia.
2 words that has thousands of letters. I don't know.
I don't know. He gives. Jaden did fly. We went to Nashville. Nashville? Yeah. I think Jaden and I went to Nashville. He loves flying. He absolutely adores it.
Where are we flying to?
We were talking about Texas.
Yes!
I'm supposed to say Andy caught some kids taking pictures, pretty much trespassing on Jay's land.
Really?
Uh-huh. Kim, have you seen the soundtrack yet?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yes, it's beautiful. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's what somebody said. Post office. 2 words have thousands of letters.
Oh, my. Oh.
Amy wants you to do tuna casserole.
Okay, I love eating it, so yes.
Tuna noodle casserole it is. You ask and he shall cook.
Right.
I have not seen the soundtrack. Do I need to see it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
They need to sell it.
Do they?
Yes.
So I just you all are right. Okay, you all talk. I may talk to Megan. It's weird, like I wouldn't want her to do a full body massage just because she's my best buddy. It's just kind of weird. I don't know.
Danielle does massages.
But like my shoulders, I think I would let her do it.
You need some of that old lady grease.
What's old lady grease?
I don't know.
Casserole?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it. I don't like tuna fish, but he loves it. He absolutely adores it.
We need to do it with little breadcrumbs on top, like my mommy used to make. There's another 10-minute conversation.
Your mommy.
Allah.
Your mommy. Sorry, I didn't just do that. He does not have a close relationship. And when we first got together, I'm like, all families are supposed to be close and wonderful. And so I was going to make it happen. And I didn't. I failed miserably. But so when he wants to get my goat or he wants to frustrate me, he'll like, that's not the way that my mommy does it. Like, go live with your mommy. I'm just joking, but that gets under my skin. Like, that's not the way my mommy does it. Do it like my mommy. You're 56 years old. Stop. You crunch potato chips. He likes breadcrumbs on top. Alicia, text him that. Don't ever say that. Yes. Don't ever say that. That makes me mad. So, yeah, his mommy. Okay, send it again. I probably have it. Kathy, I do too. I have the hardest time. Sorry, guys, this is way too much information. I have the hardest time putting deodorant on. It is almost impossible. I do, though. I'm master. I figured it out. I can't go deodorant-less. But, no, Tina, I think I may ask her. Because the teacher we work with is having a massage with her. And I do think, especially because my shoulder hurts, but then right between my shoulder blades hurt. And I think if I could get rid of those trigger points and those knots, I think I would feel so much better. Yeah, Jaden loves tuna noodle and Jeff loves tuna noodle. Tell Eric hi. So I think that's our plan. Maybe on Wednesday. Jeff was thinking about racing on Wednesday, but I'm not going. So I don't know if he will or not. But if he doesn't, we will post when he cooks. That will be awesome. So. Oh. Jeff loves jam. I can't say that word. What you made, Carrie. What you made, Carrie. Okay, guys. So I'll report back next week. Hopefully she can fit me in. She's the one whose daughter watches Jaden, and so she's a wonderful massage therapist because she's like done some stuff on my back before, and I'll do that. Oh, really? You can substitute chicken. Oh my gosh, what did you text him? That's okay, Jay. You can have a new BFF. That's all good. Those have to break Jeff's heart. No big deal. Kathy, like I'm kind of a PT, and so I work with an outpatient PT, and so right now she says it's more like in the freezing stage, and if you do it during the freezing stage, it actually will tick it off a lot more. So blue emu cream.
Mama,
What?
Alicia, give me a help.
What did she say? This is about you, Alicia. Oh, taco bake. Taco squares are my all time. See, it's funny. I love taco squares, like a taco bake. He does not like that. He does not like, he's not a big Mexican food person. Yes. Can there be three best friends and you all play nice? I feel like this is a middle school little problem. But actually, I have to say that Jeff kind of started it. So those boys, they're hilarious. I I think he's at the I think he is still in York. He didn't come over and get the insurance, so hopefully it's tied to our registration. Hopefully. Yeah, and I mean, honestly, the only time Jeff cooks is when he cooks for you all. So hey, let's let him cook. No, I love Mexican. I like Mexican food. I love Italian food. So we'll get him on that. We definitely will. Oh my gosh, I thought it said Jeff needs to make a bath. I cannot see. I cannot. I'm blind as a bat. Um, I don't think he'll make both. That's a lot, but that's okay. Because I'm easy. I'm plain Jane, so I throw myself a chicken breast in the oven and I'm perfectly fine. So it'll be good. So tentatively we're a Wednesday. Tentatively, if not, I will definitely. I'll post it and I'll go downstairs right now and make you make a decision. I agree. I love food, and unfortunately, I love sweet food, and that's something I'm really going to try to give up is a lot of extra sugar because I'm a true believer. Like inflammation is what causes all this crap, and so sugar creates inflammation, and I'm not helping myself at all drinking soda. That's chicken casserole. Oh, I don't like lima beans. I like food, but I'm a very picky eater. Picky eater. I was like, yeah, I was the horrible child that ate baby food till she was 4 because I'm just strange. No, I was a preemie and I had lots and lots. He can make a bath for me as well. Y'all are so funny. Well, listen, guys, I have had you on here for an hour. I love you all dearly. I had a wonderful time tonight. Thank you, Ricardo. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. We have absolutely the most wonderful friends on here. I couldn't ask for more. But we love you all. We hope you have a wonderful week. Watch out for Jeff's cooking show. And remember, what if? Because you never ever know. Have a great night, y'all.